Have you received reports that are packed with information, but leave you wondering, what's the point? What am I supposed to do with this? Or maybe, on the other side, have you ever worried that the reports or dashboards you've created might not actually be useful at all? If either of those sounds familiar, you're not alone. And today, I want to show you how to solve that problem using one of the most common project management tools, the Gantt chart. Gantt charts are everywhere. They're among the most searched project management tools on YouTube and Google. Why? Because they make timelines and dependencies visible. But here's the issue. A traditional Gantt chart shows everything, all the tasks, all the dates, all the dependencies. That's great for project managers, but for the people who just want to know what's on my plate, it can feel overwhelming. And this isn't only about Gantt charts. The same problem happens with reports and presentations of all kinds. Too much data, too little clarity, just like I mentioned at the beginning. Very often they leave you with the question, so what exactly am I supposed to do with this? Or sometimes there's so much information that you actually miss the part that matters to you, your own responsibility, or your next step. When I think about improving dashboards, reports, and presentations, I often draw inspiration from business books. Today's comes from Dale Carnegie's classic, How to Win Friends and Influence People. Carnegie shared principles that are just as powerful in data design as they are in human conversation. First, he said, use names. Think about the last time someone addressed you by name in a meeting. It immediately caught your attention, right? The same is true in dashboards. When the data literally calls out your name, it feels personal. Second, guide action. Carnegie said people respond better when they clearly know what's expected of them. A dashboard shouldn't just say, you are behind the schedule. It should point to the next step, like, here's the deadline. You need to do how much of what. Data needs to show direction. And third, avoid criticism. Carnegie warned that direct criticism only makes people defensive. The same goes for reports. If a chart screams, you failed with red warning bars, people shut down. Instead, frame it positively. Say, here's the next milestone to get back on track. In fact, I made a whole video earlier focusing only on this principle because it's that powerful. When we apply these three ideas, we transform dashboards from static reports into tools that actually drive behavior. And here's why these principles are so effective. Behavior change research confirms what Carnegie knew all along. Personalization, like using a name or context, increases engagement. Progress feedback motivates people to stay on track, and positive framing makes action more likely than pointing out failures. Think about fitness apps or learning platforms. They don't just throw numbers at you. They show your progress, your milestones, and your next step. That's what keeps people coming back. And the same principle applies here with dashboards and Gantt charts. So the next time you design a report or a dashboard, ask yourself, am I making it personal? Am I showing clear next actions? Am I avoiding criticism and focusing on progress? Because data doesn't move people by itself the way you design it does. This was data that moves people, Volume 2. We combined Gantt charts, Power BI, and Carnegie's timeless principles to show how dashboards can inspire action. If you found this helpful, hit subscribe for more ideas on building effective reports, presentations, and dashboards, along with real-world templates you can apply right away. And in the comments, share your story. What dashboards have actually moved people in your experience?